Hello, Fredlings. I'm Claude from Chicago. We are here for real people with real creativity in real time. Fredlings, never give up. And I want on you. And today we're back with another live stream here in Lucky Mountain Zoo. Thank you so much, Jesse, James, and Tuxpoo for coming out to the live stream today. Today we are going to be working on our Sand Cat exhibit. Special thank you to Moshe for purchasing us the DLCs. As you can see in the thumbnail today, I think I already got one in our... look at all these animals we have left in our animal storage. I can't sell these because these are children. I can't get these guys traded away because they are children, most of them. Except for this hippopotamus. But a majority of them are. It's very upsetting that I have this Black Panther. But I cannot put it in my zoo because it tries to kill everything. So, yeah. That is something else that we can figure out. But today we're going to be working on the sand kitties. Apparently I didn't save last night because I thought I purchased a silver sand kitty. And, yeah. Let's see if it is in here. Sand cat, confirm. Ah, dang, man. It's not, she's not even in here. There was a beautiful silver cat. Unfortunately, she's not here anymore. So I guess we'll have to wait. But let's take a look and see what's going on. Population is least concerned. It's the unknown in the wild. I actually have no idea what the sand cat is. I've never heard of this any time before. Looks like they're found here in Africa, a little bit in the Middle East, and a little bit of in Asia. It says it right up here, Asia and Africa. We're getting a bunch of notifications about something going completely wrong. Low welfare. Why are we having low welfare for the tortoises? Stressed. Social stressed. These guys are super stressed out. Holy bling blong. Look at how many people are here trying to see these guys. We'll go inside then. That's what I'll tell you. Tuxpoo, thank you so much for coming on the live stream. Tuxpoo says, Day 36 waiting for Planet Coaster stream. Webcam has left the chat. Oh goodness me! What's the issue with the cleaning? The llama should not have any issues with cleaning. People are complaining about this. Is this a okay view to view the llamas? Dude, you're literally right up against the llamas. What else the hell do you want? Goodness me. Okay, why are we getting so many okay, first off, tortoises, I don't know why there's so many people that want to see tortoises, for one, so sorry, y'all. And two, if you don't want to be stressed out, walk into your nice, beautiful cave that I gave in you, both of you guys. I got a nice, beautiful cave. Look, they have a huge cave that can go on both sides. Go in there. Now, the cleaning thing, I really don't understand why there's not people going to clean that. We should have more than enough staff in each one of these zones. But I will put in, maybe they're not, I keep forgetting, caretaker, I believe, is the actual proper term for these people. And then we're going to assign them to Quadrant 1, which I believe is, Quadrant 1 covers all this green area. Quadrant 2 should do this area here, which there really isn't much. Quadrant 3, which does not exist, apparently. I thought Quadrant 3 existed, but maybe not. Quadrant 4 will do all of this. Here, they actually got quite a lot to do. Quadrant 4. I think there's a quadrant here called Quad Out Main. So it's inside the main building, but it does all the habitats on the outside. Oh, maybe these guys might be complaining as well. But who covers these inside here? It's doubled up, but I don't know where that's going to. Maybe that's inside a main building? So blue is in another work zone, but it doesn't tell you which work zone it's in. So main building, that's this food court. Oh, the food court has its own specific one. Okay. So I can actually unzone it from quad main here, so it's not doubled up. Just hopefully there's enough staff members on all these places. It does tell you the staff members here, so you can actually take a look and see what's going on here, but I just don't think there's enough. Food court, there's like 2 caretakers. What about quadrant 1? Those are the people that are complaining about those llamas. I just added another girl to that. There's quite a lot of caretakers and people, so don't know why that's having an issue, but it is. So sorry, by the way, I'm not feeling really the greatest today. I haven't been feeling great on the weekends for, I honestly, have quite some time. I don't know why. I haven't been feeling so good, but oh, here's the beautiful female. We're gonna adopt her. But yeah, I haven't been feeling too good these past couple days, so please bear in mind or bear with me while we do some of these live streams. I am enjoying playing Planet Zoo, maybe because Meep got me this beautiful DLCs, but I really have been enjoying it. All right, so sand cats are really not a big group animals. Sand cats want to be in a group of 1 or 2. 1 male, 1 female. So I'm very happy that we figured that out. I don't know if they're hostile. I didn't read that, but I do want to pick up a male while we're here. A 3-year-old adopt. And we are going to look at the some of the stats while we're here. So let me read some of these things for you. Fun fact, a litter of sand kittens may have multiple fathers if the mother mated with multiple males. Man, that's Among Us. Sand cats have thick hair growing between their toes to protect their paw pads from hot sand. Sand cats are notoriously difficult to track because their light step does not leave footprints in the sand. Okay, that is cool. Sand cats do not need to drink for weeks at a time because they get most of their moisture they need from their prey. Sand cats are incredibly hearing, even for a cat. Have incredible hearing. Their auditory bulbae, bony ear structures in the skull are much larger than the domestic cats and big cats. Okay, well that's awesome. We're getting so many notification here, which are so light, but it's really annoying me. They say stressed. I shouldn't be getting notifications for people being stressed, to be honest with you. People keep telling me the tickets are underpriced, education item is too far away from the target species. Which is this? This says Himalayan brown bear, and the Himalayan brown bear is literally right next to it. Okay. Apparently the details is a little bit too much for this game. I guess we'll move the sign here then. The TV's not even working. Oh, because it's using image. That's the image that Simon made us. That's why it's not working. That makes sense. We're just gonna leave that over there then. Okay. So let's start with the Sandcat exhibit. It's not talking that it wants a really big habitat, so we'll take some of these trees here that we placed down, and we'll start chopping these away. And we'll start working on the barriers itself. Do I want to do the same sort of habitat that I did with the lions, where it has like that deep trench? I actually really do enjoy how that turned out. It's quite deep, though, this trench, so I don't know if we need to go that deep with the little sand cats. So let's just go down. I wish there was a number. I wish it told you sometimes. I think I'm messing that up. I wanted a flattened foundation. So we're just gonna really tuck this in right here, in between this. Right here will probably be nothing, so we don't really have to go too much farther, but I do want it to be sort of out of the way. Or not out of the way. I want it to be right when people see them. Why can I never can explain correctly while I'm, like, building, so please forgive me. Let's do some of this here. Mr. Spooky says today, yesterday I learned what a sandcat is. Hey, congratulations. Crip said, thank you so much for coming out to the stream as well. How are you doing today? I hope you guys are excited for the sandcat exhibit. We read some of the stats from in the game, what a sandcat is. A sandcat is really I mean, it's like a normal cat, but lives in Africa and has great hearing, and they're so thin and so small that they don't leave footprints in the sand while they're walking. So it's like impossible to track them, which is absolutely cool. It's like one of the coolest things I've ever read in a while. Alright, let's add in the barrier here. Let's go like this. And let's turn off the snapping, because we don't really need ya right now. We'll go like this, and then we'll probably put the custom rocks that we were doing there eventually, but right now we'll just put in a big concrete wall. We'll probably do custom rocks. I think here I can start doing some angle snapping, because this is the back for the staff. This is quite a huge habitat, to be honest with you, for just 2 cats. This could be really a big habitat for just 2 cats. This one has like 4 lions. This has 4 lions, and this is gonna... Well, congratulations. Sandcats just get a huge habitat. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could always change this into something else later. But for now, it's going to be the sandcats. Oh, we should have just done it with the electric fence. Because the electric fence is what I want to do, really, on this whole part of this area. Because I'm pretty sure sandcats are like... If they're like somewhat like normal cats, they will try to escape. What can we ask... Can somebody ask all the cats that you guys know? All your cats. Why are they always trying to go outside, man? What's going on? My cat always wants to go outside. He wants to go outside like every second of every single day. Like, he does not want to be inside at all. Like, brother, what's going on? Man, this looks good already. It's not as big as I thought it was. It's not as big as I thought it was. That is for sure. We should also probably put the, I know I put the habitat doors next to each other. Because, you know, you can have, like, they should be next to each other, not independent. But when I do it that way, it seems like it'll take the staff members longer to walk to the place. But I don't know where I'm going to have the staff room. I think I'm going to have the staff room, like I said, back here. So maybe we should have all the staff doors as close as possible. I guess we'll stick with our same idea. Maybe the sandcats have a different type of rock. If they have a different type of rock, we'll move the door. I just want to get them into the zoo. So let's grab our 2 sandcats. Mafro and Fa'allo. Have you ever heard of a tree kangaroo? No, I have not heard of a tree kangaroo. No, I have not. Speaking of, though, Moshe has given us so many DLCs. We really haven't messed around with any other animals than... Well, I mean, this animal here is only 2 weeks old because it just dropped in a DLC, like, last weekend. So we actually have quite a lot of animals and quite a lot of things to do, but I think we have a kangaroo at some point. I don't know what it's called in the game, because the game might call it like an Australian kangaroo. It's called a red kangaroo. Yeah, I don't think we put a red kangaroo in our zoo yet, so we can definitely do that. It's a real animal. Look it up. I'm sure you're saying. Let's see. Tree kangaroo. What the bling blong is this? We're gonna put this up on the screen real quick. What the bling blong is this? What the bling blong is this? What the bling blong is this? I don't think we have tree kangaroos in this game, but that is, yeah, that is definitely a tree kangaroo. These sand cats, yeah, this is not a huge habitat, but these still look kind of small. I mean, they're obviously small. Look at this. Yeet! Oh my god, they are so freaking cute. Alright, what are they complaining about? Let's first... Oh, they're actually... Yeah, they got quite a lot of room. They're going to be complaining about a lot of stuff right now. Desert, Africa, Asia. Now, do these rocks match? These rocks are savanna. Red desert. Yeah, these rocks do not match. So we're going to have to do something a little different here. So let's... If I undo something... Dangerous animals have escaped. Alright. 4 dangerous animals had escaped. Why, though? Because I deleted... Which animals escaped? Why are they saying 4 dangerous animals escaped? No? I just want the door over here, though. That's all I wanted to do. And the reason why I was saying this is because... I kind of want the doors kind of so it's easier for the staff members to get to them. But if there isn't, the rocks don't match, I want the house to be completely different, like their housing facility different. All right, let's press play and let's see. Okay, so everyone's gonna run from the zoo. It still says they escaped, but I think that'll fix itself because they're inside of a habitat. Alright, let's check the heat mats to see if they can escape. Okay, they can definitely escape, and they're going to. I can see that one cat doing it. Alright, so, this is not deep enough. If they can see this blue here, they can jump down and jump out. Pretty sure this, guy is going to do that right now, is jump down. I just want to make sure that this is low enough away so they can't get down here. And we have to flatten the whole thing out before we can tell if they can jump down here. They can no longer jump down this hole. It's too dangerous. Perfect. That's exactly what we kind of want. That cat does not sound like no cat, though. Would you fight a kangaroo for $1 million? Dude, I'd fight anything for $1 million, bro. Just sign me up. Just tell me when and where. For $1 million? Is this cat barking at me? Did you hear? Is that cat barking at me? Hello? Nani? Alright. Now the question is, what kind of rocks do I want to use? Do I want to use sand? Do I want to use red rocks or desert rocks? Because we got red rocks. I'm going to let the chat pick. Should we use desert rocks, which is on the left? Or should we use red rocks, the one on the right? I'll let you guys choose in the chat. I'll make a little poll. What rock? Desert or red? I don't think I spelled desert correctly. But yeah, to answer your question, I would definitely fight a kangaroo for $1 million, fact. 100% facts. No question. No question about it. Alright, people are coming over here, though, to see the kangaroo. Alright, done. Poll is done. We're just leaving it at that. Red Rocks look like the Grand Canyon. You said it. It was voted for. Red Rocks win. And we are going to be adding in some Red Rocks. Now, we obviously still have a lot of stuff to do here in this place. The animals still can escape if they come to this side over here. Obviously, do not want them to escape. So the first thing we're going to do is patch up this hole. And then we can start going into a little bit more details here. So let's go to nature. It looks like that guy is trying to come over here to escape right now. Let's find the biggest rock we can and shove it right into there. I think that'll fix our problem right there. Perfect. Done. No more escaping for this guy. And look at it. He started walking away once I put that big red rock there. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. Have you been to the Grand Canyon before? Mr. Spooky? Spooky? And if you have been to the Grand Canyon, what is your favorite part of seeing the Grand Canyon? Is it because of how big it is? Is it because it's nice, the temperature is nice there? In terms of weather? You let me know if you have been. If you haven't been, that's also cool. I have never been. Oh yeah, we should definitely do the rock sort of fence things here. We're still gonna have our normal fences, but like these extra fences here look so cool. I haven't been to a zoo in I actually, you know what? That's wrong. I actually went to a zoo back in, was it March, I think it was? Maybe it was, February? But I posted a video. Did that video ever come out to the public? I can't even remember if it came out to the public. I know it came out to the Patreons for sure. The food review, I don't think came out to the public. It did come out, the video did come out to the public, though, I do remember. We went to Indianapolis Zoo. In Indianapolis, and it was probably one of, even though it was a city zoo, it was freaking legit. Like, it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. And I only been to 3 different zoos. I've now officially only been to 3 different zoos in my entire life. That I at least remember. Maybe I went as a kid somewhere that I don't remember. But I've been to Brookfield Zoo a bunch of times, and then I went to Lincoln Zoo with my friends last year in the summer. Was it in the summer? I can't even remember. Has it already been that long? And then I went to Indianapolis Zoo. So I think the new thing that I do is I kind of like go into zoos. I don't know. I feel like zoos are very calming. Very calming. You get to see cute animals. You get to see animals. Come on, who doesn't like seeing animals? Come on, and you get to see what's like different between them. I think my streams have gotten a lot better ever since I've expanded going to different zoos. I mean, watching them on the internet is different than actually seeing them in person. Plus, zoos don't cost a lot of money to get in. Well, I mean, not all the time. Sometimes they charge me for parking. I should have just said I walked. Should have walked to the zoo. I rode my bike up there or something. They charged me for parking. Like there was, oh man, Claude's being too honest here. But I guess it goes to the animals. You can't really be mad at zoos because the money goes to the animals. Like a theme park, it goes into somebody's pocket, but in the zoos, it goes to the animals. The research and the development and all that sort of stuff. Okay. I wish more people. Red Rocks look like the Grand Canyon. Well, we can actually make this. I mean, this isn't going to be the Grand Canyon, obviously, as you clearly know. We could add some maybe more red rocks down here, so it kind of looks like that. I know I read that comment before, but sort of put a couple detailing blocks here. And we're gonna remove these fences, so it's not gonna look super Among Us. Just want to add in a couple big rocks so that we can change it up a little bit. Look at these guys; they're not even trying to. go and see the... Wow, look at holy bling blong. The amount of people coming to see these sand cats is absolutely ridiculously awesome. I wish I could go to the Grand Canyon. One day you'll be able to go to the Grand Canyon. You're gonna send us a bunch of photos in Discord, okay? That is your requirement. I wish more people would join your streams. Yeah, do not worry. I am just streaming for legit fun. I'm not feeling the absolute greatest today, to be quite honest with you. I am feeling a little sick, so if you do sound me like I'm sounding like a little off, I am a little sick. But we used to have a bunch of people watching our streams back in the day when we used to play Minecraft, and once Minecraft exploded again. And by the way, I will say this for the rest of my life until I die. PewDiePie was watching our live streams, and that's why he wanted to play Minecraft again. Now, I don't think that's entirely true, but Minecraft blew up again when PewDiePie started live streaming it again. But it was the best timing for Minecraft, because I was streaming Minecraft as legit a meme, because I didn't think anybody cared about it before, and there was literally nobody watching Minecraft on YouTube at the time. It was literally just me. And, I mean, there was Hermitcraft and all that. I mean, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was just me live streaming Minecraft. But there wasn't a lot of people streaming Minecraft at that time. And the first Minecraft live stream we did, I don't know, man. I got like 50, 60 subscribers in that one live stream alone. It blew up and started doing really good. Like, literally less than a month later, PewDiePie started live streaming Minecraft, and it just progressively got bigger and bigger and bigger, and people were watching my live streams left and right, and we used to... I remember live streaming Mr. Spooky and getting, like, 50 people watching, like, when the live stream was over. Then, like, 100 people that were watching the live stream when it was over. And, yeah, it was an absolutely, like, not all at one time. But, like, the fact is, there was people watching, like, throughout the live stream. Like, for example, like, right now, there would be people coming in, there'd be at least 10, 20 people watching. And then, you know, it would slow down to, like, 5 or 6, and then come back up to, like, 10 later on. But also, that was the time when I used to live stream and really take advantage of live streaming, where I would live stream for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours at a time. I would live stream a lot. It was really fun to do, and I really wish I still could do that nowadays. I mean, I could probably do it every once in a while, do those long live streams again. But Liam's been waiting forever for one of those things to happen. But yeah, it's those were the best. Absolutely the best. Okay, the llama habitat is really starting to give me it. There's a bro, what is going on here? Like, why is this not getting cleaned? Would you rather get $1 million? I hate how there's this, do you see me dropping in the hearts and the 100s in the chat and the laughing faces, these things? What is this new spam button? Is this supposed to be like TikTok? I think you're doing the emojis as well on your screen. I'm dropping a bunch of hearts and... What does that button do? Yeah, somebody's doing it. It ain't me, you know. But that button's in the way for me reading your comments. Would you rather get millions of dollars or get a vacation of a lifetime? Well, that is actually one of the... that's a really good question. Where did my cats go? Why is this cat sleeping on this edge right here, brother? Why is the cat literally sleeping on this one ledge? I should probably make that keeper hut today. Because I think there's going to be a lot of issues coming in. Would I rather have $1 million or have a vacation of a lifetime? I really appreciate you always asking these questions, Mr. Spooky. I really do. I actually really like them. I would rather have millions of dollars than get a dream vacation. Because if I have, millions of dollars, then I could go on my dream vacation. Huh? Plus, who doesn't like money? You do a lot more stuff with money than going on vacation. I will say a couple places that I do want to visit eventually in my lifetime is I would love to visit Egypt. I would love to visit, would definitely love to visit Egypt and a couple historical spots like Waterloo, Elba, the Fortnite Battle Bus, what's the other one? St. Helena. So those sort of historical sites, a couple places in America. But those historical sites I was talking about, if you don't know who they are, it's Napoleon historical spots, specifically where I kind of want to go. Okay, they're complaining about long grass. Obviously, they're sand cats, so do they even need grass at all? I don't think so. This one said they could have 100% of sand, and they'll be perfectly fine. They don't need water at all. Because, like they said, they can get most of their food from hunting. I always do like adding in just a little pond of water. Just push it down just slightly. Flat. Do I even need to flatten it out? Hopefully that's not too deep for these cats. Yeah, that's way too deep for them. The cats are really small, so... It has, the cats are really small. It's not like they're gonna drown themselves because... people and animals just don't, commit suicide. It's so hard to, just tap this button, one time. I'm, I'm pushing the mic. I'm clicking on my button, but it ain't going down. Dude, those cats are barking at us, Mr. Spooky. Do they want soil? They'll have some soil. I think they're gonna go drink from this. Yeah, they're drinking from that. I doubt that they'll go in it. Lions will go in water, but sandcats I don't think are going to, at least. We're going to add in a little bit of dust here. The little light soil. Give it a little bit of texture, give it a little bit of details. I think they're probably okay. I need to, go with a blending option. This is not blended enough, in my opinion. You should visit where the oldest Galapagos tortoise lives. I wish I could meet the world's oldest turtle. That would be, that's actually something I never thought about doing, Mr. Spooky. But that actually does not seem like a bad trip. That seems legit. That literally seems like a legit trip. We're going to go see the oldest turtle. The oldest tortoise. Yeah. That seems like that would be a fun trip. Because who could say they, who literally can say that I seen the oldest turtle ever? That is a flex. That would be legit. Honestly, would be legit. If I could, see an animal, which animal would I see? I would always wanted to see an African elephant. To be honest with you, African elephants are my favorite animal of all time. Fact. But yeah, I would like to see an African elephant specifically. Usually you wouldn't keep. I mean, would they? If it was real life, you would probably keep some of these wires here, just in case they got up there. But we're not going to, because I didn't keep them on this side. But this whole other side was filled with a wall, so maybe we'll do the custom wall here. Make this concrete, or just remove it in its entirety. Should be different though, because it looks a little weird. Yeah, maybe we'll do the flat red rocks for the rest of this, because I do want them to have a little house. And that was the reason why I picked the red rocks and moved them over there. But if you can see any animal in the world other than the tortoise or the turtle, what would you want to see, Mr. Spooky? That's a question for you. If it's not a turtle or the tortoise, what animal would you want to see? It doesn't have to be like the only one in the world, for the record. But, you know, like I said, I would like to see the African elephants. We're making them a little house, by the way, if you're curious of what's going on right now, or if you're just joining the live stream. I'm just trying to switch up the details a little bit, so it's not exactly the same carbon copy. Now, this isn't really realistic, these house things that I always do. They're not realistic at all, but they do... a lot of Planet Coaster and Zoo streamers do these, and that's just why their buildings look a lot nicer than probably my builds. And it's because of the details. The details will literally make or break your world. Take that out. Now we got like a nice wall. You know what, you would see a flat wall like that. You would actually see something like that. Let's select all these here. And let's make that a scenery piece. Here's the inside of the area. Let's make it a little bigger. Probably doesn't need to be exactly this long. Let's make it a little curved roof. No, not that way. Let's make it a little curved roof, like so. That's flat. Let's just do a little bit curved here. And we'll flip it this way. Go down like this. Brother, what is going on? Why is this side taller than that side? No! What the bling blong? Bling blong, what is going on? Why can I not duplicate this now? Alright, hopefully I could do that again without messing this up. I think I could do that right. So we'll duplicate this. We'll rotate these like... We'll rotate it flat first. We'll bring it up. Bring it out. And then we'll rotate it one tick. And then we'll fix the adjustment. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. That'd probably be the easiest thing to do. Move this up. Move this out. Rotate this to the side. Then we'll fix the... fix it. And then we'll take this one here. Rotate it like this. And we'll push it in like so. We'll rotate the top around so it's a little bit of a different pattern. And now we have a little house for these guys. Not exactly perfect per se, but we'll come in here. We'll knock out a couple doorways for them. And then we'll make this a little bit shorter on this side. Forgot these are all technically different scenery pieces. That wasn't probably the most legit thing of all time. We'll delete a couple of these here. And bring that over this way. And we'll delete this one here. And then we'll do some like rock walls. Filling this in so there's like a little like cutout area. Sort of what we did with the lions. Sort of like this here. Maybe I'll delete this one as well. Alright, that one too. While we're here, let's just delete those, huh? And then we'll just throw in some of these Rockies. And we'll go like so. If I could go back in time if you can go back in time, where would you go? I would go back to ancient Egypt to see how the pyramids were built. I would love to see the ocean and the coral reef. See, that's a smart one. That's a smart one too. Specifically, any coral reefs, like Australia, like the Great Barrier Reef. Obviously, that's the biggest one in the world, but there's a bunch of good reefs in Florida, in the Keys. There's also some reefs in South America. That's a good question. That's a good answer. I knew a person that was... No. I knew a researcher, I guess is what I'll say, that studied coral reefs. They knew quite a lot about coral. Quite a lot about coral. So that is a really good pick for something to do. I would also like to, you know what? I'm going to kind of piggyback off of you, Mr. Spooky, of what I would want to see is I would love to see not per se the, you know what? Yeah, I would say the building of the pyramids, but not exactly stealing that idea. So, I strongly believe that the pyramids and other landmarks around the world are a lot older than people per se. I would love to go back and I would love to see if these videos are conspiracy theories, which I don't believe, but ancient civilizations, I would love to go back and see, are these people lying to us about ancient civilizations, or did they exist? Now, based off of religion, ancient civilizations do exist from the three big books in the world. If you're not religious, then technically they don't exist, but if you're religious, they do. Yeah, I would love to go see the civilizations and how they did it and how advanced were they in their entirety, because I think the ancient civilizations were a lot more advanced than what we think. And here's like a good way to think about it, or how to think about it at least. If you leave a car outside for 50 years, remember cars are just barely 110, 120 years old. But you leave a car outside for 50 years, it'll be rusted all the way down to just the frame of the car in most cases, unless somebody pillaged or picked out the engine and all those sort of stuff. So just imagine if you left that car there for 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 3,000 years, it would be gone to dust. Same thing with roads, buildings. The only thing that can be left and that could survive thousands of years um, is stone. And you could take a look at the stone of buildings and the stone of these structures and realize and figure out how old they are. That's like the Sphinx. Speaking of, we're doing the cats, right? The Sphinx. The Sphinx has rain erosion around the base of the Sphinx. Why is there rain erosion around the Sphinx? Is the real question. Because they say the Sphinx was built 3,000, 4,000 years ago, but the rain erosion that happened is 7,000, 8,000 years old when it stopped raining heavily in the region. So it just doesn't line up. Now, this is where it gets like conspiracy theory things, because like, how do you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, because the researchers can figure out when stuff rained and when it didn't rain. And why don't the mainstream Egyptologists and other archaeologists, do it? It's very hard to come out of your shell and, first off, admit that you're wrong. But second, they've been learning that the pyramids are only 3,000, 4,000 years old their whole life. So for them to change their thing and their opinion would be detrimental to their career. And second reason to their career is because they've written a bunch of books about it, saying this is how the pyramids were done, and they're like doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on, the pyramids were built this way by putting big-ass stones onto wooden logs, and they pull the wooden logs across the sand, and they put water under the sand so that they can bring it across, and then they had, these saws cut the stone, but that's not how they were constructed, because the sand and the stones and the rocks that were done that way, there's no evidence that has ever been done that way. And like I was explaining, if it's been, 6,000, 7,000 years, none of that stuff would remain, like cars or anything like that. Not saying that the ancient civilization had cars or something like that, but they had some sort of other way to construct these buildings. And the ways that they recommend and suggest that they do it, it's not impossible for them to have done it that way. It's just very unlikely or very improbable. Because if you look at the ancient pyramids of people sitting on top of the pyramids when you could go up there, the pyramids are so high up, you're telling me that they brought a stone up very slowly to do that. That's just not... It just wouldn't have been plausible. It wouldn't have been feasible. It's just not likely. I'm not saying that it couldn't have been done that way. I do strongly, personally believe that the ancient civilizations do exist, or did exist, because they don't exist anymore. And all that technology was lost. The best way to think about it this way is one of my favorite films of all time. That sort of that talks about it and goes in depth of it is Planet of the Apes 1969, 1966. I can't remember when Planet of the Apes first came out. Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. There's a television series as well? I didn't know that. Which is the original one? The book came out in 63. The first movie came out in 68. There's apparently another movie. There's actually quite a lot of movies of Planet of the Apes. Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape of the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, Battle of the Planet of the Apes. What the bling blong? When have these came out? Are they the same characters? James Francisqua or whatever that is? Is that the same guy here? No, they're different people. So they're like spin-off movies. Did not know that these existed at all. So that's what I guess what we're gonna watch later. But the Planet of the Apes. Did I place something down? Did I place a toy down? I don't know if I placed this down or he just dropped the food in there. But in Planet of the Apes, the at the end of the first film, spoiler alert, they find a couple. I'm not gonna tell you what they do. They find things that point to old human civilization, and the archaeologists that clearly knows that these are from another civilization blows them up, destroys them, so that he can continue people living in bliss. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a bad idea to hide things from the public. Alright? I know Zach Daily Games is probably going to have a history video, or I'm sorry, a video on that later about me. But I do think that if there was the end of the world apocalypse was going to be happening by, like, let's say the government knew that the apocalypse was going to be happening here, like, in 10 years or something like that. And they knew and they didn't tell the public about it. I think that would be probably a good play. And the reason why is because people would be freaking out. And it would be chaos, and people would be just having panic attacks, and there would be crime and all this other stuff. And now you may have your own debates and stuff like that if there would be crime and stuff like that. But I do strongly believe if they knew that the world was going to be ending here. This is a completely different topic than ancient civilizations, for the record. But if you did know that the world was ending right now, you would not be playing it very nice, at least the majority of people. Or you would be extremely religious, or you wouldn't even care at all. But what I'm trying to say is, with the ancient civilizations is, if they did exist, which I strongly do believe they did exist, they were so much older on this planet Earth than we clearly know, and we have no record of it because of how old they are. Alright, I don't know if I put these pinata pandas down or these things. They love hunting these animals. So I'm going to put a couple of those down. I think I'll put one down at least right now. They keep saying food enrichment is good. Do they want, like, coverage? They actually don't need coverage, but they could want some. We'll give them a scratching tree, too. Give them a little scratching tree. I think this is another scratching tree. I'll put one in this corner here. There's a bubble machine, but I'm not gonna put a bubble machine in there. That's how they'll get sick. I'll put one of these tennis balls in here so they can play with the tennis ball. You would see something like that. And then there's a Skittle feeder. I don't know if they would want one of these, but I'll put them in there. And a Skittle feeder is like I don't remember what a Skittle feeder is. Ah, there it is. So the Skittle feeder is they put some food in it. And then the animals kind of like stick their tongue in there and run around with it, and then the food falls out. So they're like picking it up. They're trying to shake it out. It's definitely an enrichment item than anything else. All right, let's add some nature stuff in here. Let's go some plants and some trees and all that sort of stuff. They're in Africa, so they do have different types of trees than the lions, which also are in Africa. But they do have a little bit of different trees than them, so I do want to utilize those if all possible. I don't know how many I will put inside of the habitat, but I do want to add in some that I can break up the texture a little bit, as well as some of these plants too. I do really enjoy adding in the little small plants if possible. I don't know if I had many for the I didn't add any in there, but I don't know if I had any or I just didn't use any. Could be either one. Could be either way. I just honestly can't remember. These Sudan frankincense trees look so legit. So legit. Ooh, here's the salt cedar bush. Looks like a cherry blossom tree. Looks very basic, but it does look like a cherry blossom tree. Looks like that iron bush, I think, in the other game, Planet Coaster. Add a few of these in here. Break up the color and the monotonous repetition. That looks pretty pretty bad, to be honest with you. I don't know why they look this bad. I think they're not spaced out enough. There you go. Looks very basic in this habitat, so let's go grab some of those desert rocks and add in a few bits of color and texture here to, once again, break up the monotonous repetition, like so. This alone will make this look a lot nicer. And then maybe we'll add some rocks in the back. Even though it's not the right biome, I should probably use some of these savanna rocks. It's not the right biome, I know. But if we add some of these in here, make it look a little nicer. Add like one of those in there. Maybe we'll shrink it down a little bit. Not shrink it down because you can't do that, but push it down a little bit. Oh, I forgot that's actually like an interior here, so I can't really be just shoving this anywhere I want. And then let's do a little bit more red rock details. Add in a few over here. The ones that are really small. Alright, perfect. What did I do on this side? This side had like a hill. So that worked out. And then I did add some red rocks in the background for these. So maybe we'll delete these small ones, but I really am not liking those at all. Even though they're the same, just putting them at different height levels will make it look... Looks like chef's kiss. And then we're going to come through here and we're going to use some short grass terrain. Why would we even have long grass is a good question. Grab all these rocks. Just move that a little closer. Take a look and see what this looks like now. Looks a lot nicer. Let's take a look at our... Oh my god! That scared the bling blong at me. Look at this sand kitty. It's barking at me. Of course, I took a picture of the cat right when I was bling blonging. Ooh, right there is I think that's it. I think this is the thumbnail for later. I think so. Look at why is the cat so mad, dog? This is how they're normally walking. This isn't even sped up. That definitely looks like a cat, though, the way it's drinking. Yeah, look, they're walking on the rocks. Let's go. That's what I wanted them to do. Dude, this habitat looks just so good. This looks, I think, one of my better habitats I've done in a while. I liked how the lion one turned out, yes, but I really do like how this one looks just a lot nicer. I don't know why. I feel like this is like one of my better ones I've done in quite some time. This is the scratching tree. I don't know if this is the scratching tree or not. If I knew that the world was ending in 20 years, I would try to learn everything and travel to every country. See, at least you're doing something happy. something like positive. If I knew the world was ending in 20 years, I would want to like. I mean, traveling the country with different countries would be probably like that's like so like that's such a good idea. I would like to. If the world's ending in 20 years, what would I do? You're supposed to live every day like you're gonna die tomorrow, right? But if 20 years, I would like to do. I would be 45 when the world would end, right? So I wouldn't be old. So I could do pretty much whatever I wanted to. It's not like if I was 45 and I was going to be turning 65, or if I was 65, I was going to be turning, 85. That's, you got to prioritize where you're going to go. But if you're going to be like 50 or 60 when the world ends, you can pretty much do whatever you want. But if you're older than that, like for example, if you were 60 and the world's going to end and you're going to be 80 when you die, when the world ended, you would have to prioritize all those activity things right away and do the other projects later. But considering we don't have that, or at least I don't have that, 20 years from now, I would go. I would want to go to Egypt. I would want to go to the, Waterloo. I would like to see those historical sites. I would like to be a part of. I don't know. I would like to be a part of like a Civil War reenactment or a World War II reenactment or a Vietnam reenactment. I would like to go paintballing. I would like to drive on a NASCAR track at least once. I would like to see NASCAR one more time. NASCAR, by the way, is in Chicago today, but the Xfinity races are going on right now. They're like, it's not the main NASCAR thing. I was trying to get tickets to go, but they were costing like $300, $400. That's too much money. For one ticket, $300, $400? No. They didn't even go on sale. Maybe I'll go downtown tomorrow and just watch it a little bit. Because the races don't start until like right now. They're actually starting right now. Okay. Well, with that being said, I'm not ending the stream right now, but I do want to make a keepers area so that we can get everything underway. These habitats are probably going to go to, like, right here, so maybe I should build it, like, in the middle and the back. So let's go and let's make a keeper's area. Let's see. Staff facilities. All right, perfect. So what do we need? We're going to need the animal trading center, obviously. We're going to need the keeper's hut, obviously. I guess that's the perfect size. We might as well do a large one, I guess. I don't know if there's a difference. We'll do that, a keeper hut. We don't need quarantine. Research facility, we don't need that. Staff room, need a large one. Veterinarian surgery, we'll do a large one, and then I'll do a workshop. Now, like I said, this is literally just temporary PAP. It's going to look really wacky and all that stuff, so just be prepared. Be, No! What's the bling blong? Okay, that was so annoying. I would feel like knowing everything would be a curse. Yeah, I know it. See, okay, I will tell you this. Last music, thanks for coming out of the stream. Hola, ¿cómo está, señor or señorita? Fredling, knowing there are a lot of things that I learned about people that I wish I never knew about. There's a lot of things that I know about that I wish I never knew about. There's a lot of things that I've seen that I wish I'd never seen before. And it is quite a psychological thing to get rid of. Some of these things that you were told about, or you seen, or learn about people. And maybe drama, and maybe cool. I'm just gonna tell you this as an adult, as a person. Yeah, if you have an opportunity to not learn something about somebody, just don't. Just don't. If you have an opportunity to not see a very questionable movie because it has all this trauma stuff, just don't. Just don't see it. Save yourself a lot of damage. All right, that would be my advice. If you have an opportunity to not traumatize yourself, please don't. For example, if the movie's rated R and you're a child, don't watch the movie. All right. If you have an opportunity to go to a party because they're going to be drinking alcohol and you're not 21, don't go. All right. If if it's like anything like that where you think it's kind of cool, but yeah, please don't. Also, I would say this. No matter, well, I'm just gonna be a little preachy here. Can I guess I can make this first off, I did want this to be a tunnel. That is for sure, but, I don't know how I'm gonna get this to go across. Yeah, what I'm gonna say is, no drinking, no smoking, no drugs. Please, don't do any drinking, don't do any smoking, and don't do any drugs. Legal or not legal, does not matter. No drinking, no smoking, no drugs. Okay, please don't. Please do not. Okay, I've known people that are still addicted to drugs, even though traumatic things happen to them. I know people that drink, even though they've done stupid things while drunk. And I know people that smoke, even though smoking is already bad for them, but they have other illnesses around them. This includes vaping as well. Yeah, no drinking, no smoking, no drugs, alright? If you can not do those things, you are going to give yourself quite a lot of respect, but you don't need those things at all. They are, once you start doing those things, they're like the hardest things to get rid of, hardest addictions to get rid of. I could stop whenever I want. No, you can't. You can't. It is not that easy. So I'm just trying to help y'all by preventing those things. So I'll stop being your dad now, but that's just my my little TED talk, I guess. And then you say to yourself, or other people say to themselves, I mean, I've been in this boat, that's why I'm telling you all this. I'm not saying this. I've been in the exact same situation where I'm like, you can just have a couple beers, you can have a couple of this, and, you'll be fine. I know how to do. Not saying that I'm an alcoholic, but I'm just saying, like, it's not as easy to just give up alcohol or smoking or vaping or drugs. Those things are hard to get rid of. Oh, I know people how to do it. I won't get addicted. That's the first step on how they get addicted. The one thing that I will say is I don't get when people do like traumatic things, and are they like brain dead that they just keep repeating them? Like, are you really that stupid? Like, for example, like, I don't know. Like, now I'm ranting. Like, for example, if you made a bad mistake for a financial decision of, let's say, you invested in, you know what, let's say you invested in, like, a car that you found off of Craigslist that had 100,000 miles on it, and you spent, like, $40,000 on the car. Something, like, ridiculous for what the car is worth. Like, the car is actually worth only, like, $1,000 bucks, but you spent $40,000. You make that bad decision. Then you learned that was one of the worst mistakes you ever made in your entire life, because you bought the car, it never worked, it never started, it never did this. You spent an extra $10,000 in it and never did this and never did that. Why would you tell your cousin or your niece or your friends you should do the same thing? You might have something cool. Just because it didn't work out for me, it didn't work out for them. No! That is one of those stupid things. Now, there are situations where stuff will go bad for certain people and it'll be a good idea, but that is one of those stupid decisions that, you know, clearly help them stop doing those things. It's hard to explain sometimes, but we're all going to make mistakes, but yeah. It's fine to drink a few beers every once in a while, but not all the time. Mr. Spooky says nicotine is bad. Don't vape because of the nicotine. Yeah, the thing is, some people are more likelihoods of being addicts to drugs or alcohol or other things than other people. But it does not mean that just because you don't have that biological thing in your body, the DNA, to be a natural addict, does that mean that you can't become one, and you don't want to become one for whatever it is. I think that's a little bit too much of TED Talk right now, Mr. Spooky. I think I'm going on like a rant now. Let me get a couple more keepers and get a couple more people, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream here in just a second. But I do want to get some keepers and stuff down. It takes forever to save this game sometimes. Did anybody text me? There was a bunch of people texting me before the live stream, but during the live stream they didn't. So that's actually really nice. Usually it's the opposite way around. Usually I start live streaming and a million people start texting me about doing stuff. This is our sand cat habitat here. We have 2 sand cats inside of our habitat. They're walking around doing their own thing, but I do want to get in a new work facility so that we don't have to worry about keepers running from other areas to this area. So I gotta remember where we can do that at. Work zones here. Let's create a new work zone, and we're gonna highlight this, highlight these. So anything in green is where these keepers will go. And we're gonna make this a new work zone, and we're gonna call this Liam's Lagoon, which I spelled lagoon 100% wrong in that. Lagoon. Lagoon only has 1 G? Did I spell that correctly? I hope so. How did I spell on my last couple live streams when I did that? Content. Live. I spelled Liam's Lagoon. Lagoon. Yeah. Okay. So we got those facilities here. There's 3 habitats and 5 facilities. 5 of the facilities are really much the, you know, the working areas. Now, this is not in any work zone. So let's go to our work zone here. Food court. And we are going to add this into the food courts. This building down here, which is small building outside with a bathroom and a vending machines. And these vending machines are doing really, really well. People are using these a lot. but they're not making money. They're not making money at all. I don't get why they're not making money. Let's bump it up like $1 each. Maybe that'll compensate for our lossage. I hope. We'll see. This might be the scenery rating as well. But we'll see if these ever get us into the green. It's not like they need to be put in the green. This is a park that has unlimited money. But it would be nice if they could do that. And yes, there is bathrooms right here and a food facility, but you don't have to go inside. And plus, we should move this building back. I should 100% move this building back. I might move it back at some point. Because it shouldn't have been against this road. There should have been a food court out here. Could have made it real nice, and then it wouldn't look so weird. We might move this back at some point to, like, take this building, move it here, make it outside with a fountain and all that. I know Zach said put a concert hall back here, but it should never be. You should never build your building right against the road or the walking pathway. That just doesn't make it look too good. Let's add in a couple more trees and stuff like that, too, because I do want to add in the details on this side. The date trees are absolutely beautiful. By the way, I had dates again for the second time this year. I mean, I had a lot of them this year than the year before, but this is the second year I had dates. One time I only had 2 dates all of last year, and then this year I had a bunch of them. Dates are the greatest food of all time. Like, they just taste so flipping good. Oh, man, they're sweet. They're juicy. They're just good. If you have a chance to get some dates, go get some dates. They're so good. So let's add some of these bushes in here to give it a little bit of detail. And then I want to add some more trees in the background. I want to use all the trees that we're not using. Is there a bigger one of these dragon trees so I can put it in the corner here? Give it a little bit of shade, huh? Be a little nice, give some shaded spots. And eventually we'll have enough trees and maybe even another habitat over here to cover that up. I always take the screenshot, I think, a little bit too early. Sometimes I think I should wait to do a screenshot. This is one of those cases. Because even though I don't know if I really am going to change much, it might make this screenshot. Look at how much nicer this looks. Just added a few more trees. It looks a lot more... It looks a lot nicer. Oh, you know what the sandcats are missing as well? Is they are missing, like, bedding and all that stuff. Medium bedding would probably work perfectly fine. So we'll just drop some hay in here. And this is the one time I will not say my classic line about putting concrete all over the floor. Just gonna leave some hay in there like that. Cats actually really enjoy the sand. Where is the other sand cat? She's using the scratching tree. Oh my flipping cuteness. Oh my goodness. It's barking at me. I don't think I'll ever get used to the cat barking. Little do they know, right next door to them. Oh my god, they're gonna use the scratching tree again. Oh my gosh. Look at how cute! I think this is the best idea for, like, this area here. Are they gonna use it again? This cat is so flipping cute. God, this is like one of the greatest builds we... Yeah, I think this is one of the better habitats I've built in quite a long time. I do think some of my other habitats were good, but I do really like this one more than the rest of them. Now it's gonna take a little poopy. You gotta go when you gotta go, you know? I wish I didn't put that tree there now so that I can get a better screenshot. Look this way, look this way, look this way, look this way, look this way. Look this way, kitty! I like it when they're walking when I get... And by the way, it's not... The game's not sped up. That's just how they're walking, which is very weird. Okay. Wow, that cat just yeeted over there. Let's add some workers to the path. So we get all this set up. So we'll add in 1, 2, 3. There's 3 habitats here. And then let's do 3 keepers. Well, maybe 2 or 3 keepers. We'll do 2 keepers. Screw it. We'll do 3 while we're here. And then I'll give a vet as well. I don't think you really need that many vets, but we'll add a vet there, and then I guess I'll do an educator too while we're at it. We'll pause, and then we'll put all these people onto the new work zone, Liam's Lagoon. So now we should have all our bases covered. And all these people will work. I mean, the first job that they do might not be in their area because I dropped them down. The first job might not be in the same area because I dropped them down. But eventually they will come back. So they're all in Liam's Lagoon, and they will stay here. Now, this is quite a long walk to get to this thing. I'm not debating that. It is quite a long walk, so hopefully they don't get tired, because I really don't know what to do unless they want staff rooms everywhere, but I can't do that. That's not realistic. If it was, like, that's just not realistic. So we'll see what happens. We might make some shortcuts here so that the guys can walk in between and the girls can walk in between. This is going to be like a complex back here, so we'll make it like a big complex back here. But yeah, I really like how this joint turned out, and I do think this food court area looks a lot better with these details. Look how much nicer this area looks. It doesn't, I mean, there's not much more, but it looks a lot nicer. It's a lot more realistic. But yeah, the cats are really small, but they're here. Cats are my favorite pet. I'm a cat person, and you a dog person or a cat person? Are you a dog person or a cat person? Cats are the best, Mr. Spooky says. Yeah, this heart thing it's annoying because it's covering up like some of your words sometimes. I'm definitely a cat person. I like cats better than dogs, fact. There's no question about it. Thanks for dropping into those hearts, Mr. Spooky, because I don't know what... I have no idea what that does. I have no idea what they do, but that heart thing's blocking it on my screen. I do have, thankfully, 2 chat boxes, because one's inside of my Streamlabs, and the other one is inside my... I mean, on my YouTube. Maybe I could pop out the box. I don't know. We're going to save here, and then we're going to wrap up the stream in a second. But thank you so much, Mr. Spooky, Last Music, Duckspoo, and Jesse James for coming out to the live stream today. I do 100% greatly appreciate it. Tomorrow, we are going to do one more live stream on Planet Zoo. I don't know what we're going to be building tomorrow. Let me ask Mr. Spooky, because Mr. Spooky's in chat. Mr. Spooky, I'm going to let you choose between 2 of them. I don't know if you have a animal dedicated to you yet, but do you want to... Oh, we're adopting this. We're doing the kangaroos tomorrow. This is a golden kangaroo. The kangaroo is coming in tomorrow. We have a golden... We're doing kangaroos. We're doing the red kangaroos tomorrow. Sorry, you don't get a choice anymore, Mr. Spooky or Last Music. Golden kangaroo male. We are doing the kangaroos. Oh, I think you wanted to do kangaroos anyways. Beautiful. Kangaroos are going in tomorrow, and I'm guessing they're probably going to go in on this side because I want to kind of keep stuff together. And Last Music says kangaroos? Okay, so you both wanted the kangaroos. Okay, even better. So we're going to be adding in kangaroos tomorrow on tomorrow's live stream. Tomorrow's live stream, we still do not have the time yet, but thank you guys for both picking kangaroos. That was perfectly, like, spot on, because I didn't see that. Went over to the kangaroo, and I saw it from the adoption center. The gold one, having it gold here, it's hard to see. Gold, bronze, silver. If there are any of those metals, people are going to want to come see them specifically because of that. The appeal is of that. Now, the hippopotamus here is a 6,000, which is a higher appeal than this gold one. Which means more people want to see the hippopotamus than the kangaroo. But if they're coming to see kangaroos, they're going to like this one more than better. Plus, the kangaroos have better fur coats and all of these other different features. So, we're going to be adding the kangaroo in tomorrow. Let me get I guess I'll get a screenshot of the kangaroo right now, shall we? So then I don't have to come in. Do it later. Animal trading. Animal marketplace. Let's open this Zoo Media. And I'll get a nice thumbnail. I'm going to update the other thumbnail with one of the cat ones we got today. So if you're coming back and watching the live stream later, you'll see like a close-up of this. Honestly, both are the best to me. There doesn't need to be a whole conflict for it. LOL. They're both cute, and one is bigger than this, and one is smaller. True. Yeah, I have no beef with dogs, but I would say I'm definitely more a cat person than a dog person. But you are correct. That's the best way to say it, Last Music. So thank you so much, Last Music and Mr. Spooky, for coming out here. Thank you for making my day. I wasn't feeling the greatest today. And I do appreciate you guys coming out and just chatting with me and having some things. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow with some kangaroo live streams. Have a great rest of your day. I'm Claude from Chicago. And before we go, I'm going to give a special thank you to our Patreons for making these live streams possible. So if it wasn't for your Patrons or the donators, we wouldn't be able to live stream all the time. I think the restaurant with the insect enclosures is dedicated to me. Well, you know, this world has been going on for almost, I think it's been a year, if not going to be its second year coming up soon. So I honestly don't know. Some of these parks are huge. They are huge. But yeah, and then we'll go back to Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster after the next habitat tomorrow. So don't know if I'm going to be live streaming Monday or Tuesday. We'll see what happens though. No fireworks show this year either. That's how long I've been playing Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo. For over, like, 3... Because I haven't done a fireworks show for 2 years. So I've been playing Planet Coaster for over 3 years. What the bling one? That's just crazy. Well, thank you so much for coming out to the live stream again. I am Claude from Chicago. And remember, a real friendly makes their own luck. Bye!